नमस्कार, ग्राउंड रिपोर्टाच्या नव्या भागाक तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आयज आमी आसा साकवाळे IDC हांगासर आनी वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट इन गोवा. ह्या इंडस्ट्रियल इस्टेटाची सिच्युएशन सद्या कशी आसा, हांगासरले इंडस्ट्रीज आसात तांकां कितें प्रॉब्लम्स आसा हे सगळे जाणा जावन घेवपाक आमी आयज हांगासर आयल्या. पळोवया की भितर कितल्यो इंडस्ट्रीज आसा, कितल्यो इंडस्ट्रीज सद्या फंक्शनींग आसा, कितल्यो बंद आसा आनी कितें तांकां प्रॉब्लम्स आसा ते.
We are into this business from last 20 years, and just our president, Mr. Shashi, has been joined as a president in our IDC. Afterwards, there are a lot of activities started, positive activities. Earlier there was a light problem and water problem and all. Those problems all has been solved. Now our major issue is that connectivity to the highway. As our industry is very close by the harbour and airport and the railway station, but the highway connectivity is very less. Garbage is too much in the industrial estate. People come and drivers come and drink and they throw the garbage there itself. Then the garbage nobody pick and throw it out. So like other house panchayat and all, they come and collect from the home. So we are requesting the MLA or has to be arranged the garbage collection from the industry also.
We are vegan distilleries at Sacoale Industrial Estate, Birla Zuari Nagar. We are into packing of refined palm oil, that is edible oil, which is used by households and hotels. We supply all over Goa, North Goa, South Goa, and also in the nearby district of Karwar. So we are into this packing business since last 20 years. So major our product is palm oil. We also have sunflower oil. As of now, we get our palm oil which comes from Malaysia, Indonesia, and we do packing here. We have around 20 employees, which almost 60% are from residents of Goa only, and few are from Karnataka and some from Orissa. And our staff, they are all Goans, our accountant and everyone. So we are into this business since, as I told you, last 15 to 20 years. But Sacoale Industrial Estate has been very cooperative in many ways. In ease of doing business was also good, like that the IDC is quite flexible and supportive. However, there are many issues in the sense it is like the problems which most of the industries are facing. One is there is a problem of garbage disposal as well as collection, so which is not happening on a regular basis. So we are giving it to private parties, like paid collection individually. There is no common garbage collector. Each industry does it individually from their own arrangements. Other is that there is we have got the parking space which is right in front of our factory. Now this parking space, the tender was put for making it an official parking space, means paid parking. Yes. However, after that I didn't see any progress. But that parking space definitely requires a boundary wall. It requires a toilet for the drivers, especially who come. So that problems are faced by the people who are using this parking space, and also for laborers, because some industries may not be having their own facilities. There is no common drinking water facility even for them. And main thing is roads. There are some internal roads which still has to be repaired. Of late, we have got the main entrance repaired. However, the road leading to the entrance, means the main road, the public road, that is in a total bad condition. So although this has been fixed, the main road has not been fixed. And if we can get a direct connection from the highway to the industrial estate, then it should solve majority of the problems. Because even the problems of the Birla place, this place, that also will be solved because non-stop trucks and tankers are moving on the small roads, that is the internal road. This is an internal road, and all industrial vehicles also have to move through the internal roads. So if you can get the industrial estate connected to the major highway, then these tempos, tankers don't have to use the inside Birla road. So that will ease a lot of problems. Even if you fix the road, it will become in the same condition in a few years because of the heavy traffic that is going on over here since last 100 years.
As we have seen, there are many industrial estates where there are fire incidences that has taken place. So, any precautionary measures that you have taken for your industry? Fire extinguisher, fire hydrants like that.
Fire, we had taken a lot of precautions. Even though we are asking for the new fire connectivity for the fire force, so the proposal is there on that with IDC. I think IDC will provide the separate fire force team to our industry. Yeah.
Any extinguisher, fire cylinder?
Actually, we in each industry has their own, in a small way, fire extinguishers. There are fire extinguisher bombs. There is water connection. Everything is there. But again, as I mentioned about the highway connectivity, if there is a major accident, then again the fire brigade will not be able to navigate through this internal road. So if you connect the highway, then only you will get immediate relief. That is the major issue.
इंडस्ट्रीचं नाव विहा सतर्डेकर इंडस्ट्रीज. आम्ही बेसिकली ऑटोमोबाईल बॉडी बिल्डिंग, बॉडी डेंटिंग आणि बॉडी पेंट शॉपान डील करता. म्हणजे लेटस्ट ट्रेंड्सचे व्हेकल्साचे डेंटिंग विंटिंग करप ते म्हणजे एट पार विथ डीलर्स नेटवर्क आसता पळय ऑर्गनायज सेक्टरान आसा आमी.
कितली वर्सां जाली तुमची इंडस्ट्री?
आमी 1992च्यान आसा हांगासर. सो ऑलमोस्ट 20-30 years जाली. वी आर देअर हियर अँड ओके वेल सेटल्ड हियर. Doing good. All IDCचे supplies आसा. पण what we are facing here is skilled workers. आमचे इंडस्ट्रीक जे लागता बेसिकली बॉडी फॅब्रिकेटर्स, डेंटर्स, पेंटर्स हे आमच्या गोंयान स्किल्ड वर्कर प्रोड्यूस जायना आनी जायना. आदले आमचे जनरेशन आहा चारी त्यांचे सगळे भुरगे आतां शिकून आपले प्रोफेशन सोडून दुसऱ्या सेक्टरांनी वचपाक लागल्या. सो वी आर डिपेंडंट ऑन आउटसायड लेबरर्स. Although we are supposed to have 80% Goan laborers, we cannot meet that requirement. Yeah.
आणि किती प्रॉब्लेम्स आसा सर तुमच्या इंडस्ट्री?
आमच्या इंडस्ट्रीक म्हणजे this is one of the first industrial estate in Goa connected to Zuari Agro, and we are supposed to be more dependent on Zuari Agro. But day by day Zuari Agro's production or Zuari Agro function is reducing down. So side effect कितें जाता आमचे सांकवाळ इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेटूय इफेक्ट जाता. बिकॉज आमी बेसिकली प्रिंसिपल कॅपिटल इंडस्ट्री ती जाता न्ही. सो इफेक्ट जाल्ल्या कारणान वी हॅव टू सर्च फॉर अदर पॅरामिटर्स इन द मार्केट. आनी गोवा गव्हर्मेंट शूड एम्फसायज ऑन मोर ऑफ ब्रिंगींग बिग इंडस्ट्रीज सो दॅट स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज सर्वायव इन अ बेटर वे. नाजाल्यार कितें वीथ स्मॉल क्वॉन्टिटी ऑफ बिजनस इन दी आउटसायड मार्केट वी कॅनॉट सस्टेन मच. वी कॅन ओनली रन द शो बट वी कॅनॉट ग्रो द शो. So to grow, we need to bring in more and more non-polluting industries in Goa, which is the need of the hour, which the Industries Ministry has to emphasize upon. So that will also boost our business and also boost the employment, because we know government cannot give employment to each and every citizen of this state. So industrial side in जे कितले ITIs आहा आमच्याकडे तितून जे प्रोडक्शन जाता पळय जे स्टुडंट्स where they go, they have to come into industrial estates only. पण आता वी आर हॅव्हिंग ओनली वन मेजर इंडस्ट्रियल वेअर एव्हरीबडी इज एम्फसायझिंग, द IDC is emphasizing Verna electronic city. But there are all small other industrial estates in other parts of Goa where also we need to pay attention so that they also can grow and we can generate more employment, because all our industrial parts, they are interested to grow and generate more employment, provided we get all better amenities, more business, more prospects from government. फॉर एक्झाम्पल आता आमकां उदकाचें बील 40 rupees युनिट चार्ज करता. 40 rupees unit is a very high cost, but then since we are in industrial estate, we have to pay and quietly take it. We cannot argue with that. Facing सगळे problems are the hurdles face करून we have to run the show. We are running the show, we are sustaining the show, but we are only looking at a better prospects from government for, as I said earlier, we have to bring in more bigger industries. जोपर्यंत बिगर इंडस्ट्रीज येना तोपर्यंत स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज आमचे ग्रो जावपाक मातशे स्पीड स्लो जातली because it is the need of the hour. I don't know, somehow our Ministry of Industries, Ministry is not understanding this fact, or they are overlooking this fact. They need to pay serious attention on being, and there are a lot of people interested to come down to Goa. Our policies has to change. We have to give land at a reasonable rate so that they can afford. Otherwise prospects खूप आसा.
सध्या पॉवर सप्लाय आसा ती तुमच्या इंडस्ट्रीक पावता?
हय, जोतलो म्हाका जितलो पावर जाता, पावर सप्लायचो व्हडलो इश्यू ना. पावर सप्लाय सस्टेनेबल आहा. ब्रेकडावनूय तितलें ना, मेंटेनन्स आसता तेच एज इट इज आमी संडे हॉलिडे मेंटेन करता, ते बीन संडे मेंटेनन्स करता. एंड वी हॅव नो ग्रजीस एज सच. पावराचे बद्दल कांय ग्रजीस ना. इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर हांगासर आमचे रोड बीड आहा, जशे अप्रोच रोड लास्ट टायम आमच्या अध्यक्षांनी उडयला आसतलो प्रेसिडेंटान. अप्रोच रोड बीन ते सगळे वी हॅव टू वर्क ऑन अ बेटर प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स ऑन दीस. IDC has to give serious thoughts and government has to also give serious thoughts. Government, when I say government, it is the Ministry of Industries, sorry. They have to give serious thoughts to improvise all the industrial estates. Because as a citizen, we want to do business. We are not employees. We want to give employment to people. So this industry and this sector, if looked upon well, we can definitely generate better employment.
सर आणि एक गजाल जी आमी प्रत्येक इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेटीन पळयता, म्हणजे मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट तांकां फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर किंवा फायर हायड्रंट अशा प्रकारची कितें तरी वेवस्था आसता, जेका फायर इन्सिडंसीस जर जाले जाल्यार इमर्जन्सी सर्विसीस तांकां अवेल करपाक मेळटा. बट हांगासर आमकां तशें पळोवपाक मेळना, फायर हायड्रंट्स हांगासर ना. सो त्या बद्दल तुमी?
मे बी बिकॉज दीस इंडस्ट्रियल इस्टेट वॉज स्टार्टेड फर्स्ट, त्या टायमार तेजो सिरियसनस नासलो. पूण तरी आतां घालून घेवपा जाय. फायर हायड्रंट्स इज अ मस्ट एक्चुअली. इट इज अ सेफ्टी प्रिकॉशन. आमी सगळे युनिट्स आहा ते आपल्या परीन आपल्या लेवलाचेर दवरता. वी कॅनॉट गो इन अ बीग वे. फायर हायड्रंट्स आसपाक जाय. द IDC शूड मेक प्रोविजन्स फॉर दॅट, बिकॉज नो एक्सिडेंट कम्स बाय टेलिंग यू दॅट वी वील हॅव सम इन्सिडेंट म्हणून. सो इट्स अ प्रिव्हेंटीव मेजर.
तुमची कंपनी शिफ्ट्सान काम करता, नायट शिफ्ट बी आसता?
आमी एकूच जनरल शिफ्टान काम करता. आमी 3 शिफ्टी बीन तशें काम करना, बिकॉज मॉर्निंग टू इवनिंग we are well off with our production. तितले limitation. As I said, we need expansion करपा, we need better prospects. So we will definitely grow, because जेन्ना Konkan railway येयले, that time we were building tippers. So that was the time. आता जेन्ना Gammon India was building roads, that time we were repairing all their mixers. Now we have to look out for other parameters, because automobile industry, आमी जे industry ना पळय, it's a non-dying industry, but still there has to be a sustainable growth. आमकां प्रोडक्शनाक जाय. आतां ACGL बस बॉडी बांदता, इट इज ओन्ली ACGL, पूण ACGLचे कंपोनंट्स कॅन बी मॅन्युफॅक्चर्ड आउटसायड. पुट मिजर आहा वेन्ना, दे आर कंपोनंट्स ऑफ FRP आर मॅन्युफॅक्चर्ड बाय आउटसायड. सो तशें इंडस्ट्री व्हडले हाडले न्ही, देन वी कॅन सस्टेन एंड ग्रो, एंड वी वील ग्रो इफ वी गेट गुड सपोर्ट. आनी दुसरें कितें जाणा, प्रत्येक इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेटीन एक इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेटीचें ऑफिस आसपाक जाय. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आमकां आतां जरी आमी बील सगळें ऑनलायन केलां, any grievances, any licensing should be done through our IDC office. Unfortunate to say की IDC ऑफिस आसले ते डिलेबेटेड कंडिशन आसले ते एमोलिश जाले. आतां तांचे कडेन कॅन्टिनान बसता आनी फॅसिलिटी करता. प्लस देर आर नो वेल ऑफ कॅन्टीन्स. इतलो एम्प्लॉईजमेंट्स आहा हांगा, एम्प्लॉईज आहा, तांकां फॅसिलिटी ना हांगा भितर. म्हणजे दे शूड एम्फसायज ऑन हॅविंग अ वेल स्टँडर्ड कॅन्टीन, सो दॅट इज ऑल्सो अ बिगर पार्ट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री न्ही. आनी कॅन्टीन ऑल्सो इज अ गुड बिझनस. It is a assistance to the people to have food, but then it can have a big industry also as a canteen म्हणून. ते आसपाक जाय हांगासर. पूण जे ना, जे एक दुर्भाग्य आहा इतले व्हडले एस्टेटीन कॅन्टीन फॅसिलिटी ना म्हणून. कित्याक IDCन बांदून कोणाकूय सब कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट करपा जाता. पीपल आर देयर टू टेक इट. कित्याक रोड्स, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स, रोड सायडीन जेन्ना रेस्टॉरंट चलता, तेन्ना ऑर्गनायज सेक्टरान एक बऱ्या पैकी कॅन्टीन चालूंक शकता न्ही. वी शूड हॅव इट. इट इज अ नीड. IDC should give a very serious thought on it.
Almost 25 years now. So 1996 it is started.
What are the problems your industry faces here?
See here basically overall we have the road problem, and as a industry we have water shortage is there, and electricity problem is there. We got sometimes we got high voltage also, low voltage, and all our electrical instruments getting repaired damaged frequently. So these all problems we are facing.
Any backup plan do you have for your industry, like inverters or generators?
See, for power we have the generator we have, but it costs more, no? It costs more to the company. Our cost of production is increasing ultimately, and for water also we have borewell also as well, but we are not getting. We only getting 30% of water of our requirement. Only 30% we are getting. Yeah, because our for our industry, water is the main ingredient of our product. So we are getting only 30% of water from IDC.
Sir, you have been there for last 25 years. So is there a change from before and now?
Actually, this power problem particularly we are facing in last 2 years only. Before that, there was no power shortage. So only these last 2 years we are facing power problem. And water also last 4-5 years we are facing water problem. Before that we used to get how much as much as we used to get. Now we are getting all the problems.
Your industry works in shift wise, night shift is there?
We are shifting. We are working only in general shift.
Any other problems do you face, like garbage collection, roads, anything?
Roads, mainly roads. This you must be seen in the entrance of our road from main road to entrance also. All three entrances are there for this industrial estate. Only one recently they rectified it. So another 2 entrances are still in that bad condition only. Our industrial association wanted road accessibility from the highway.
Yes.
So that is still pending. So that we are frequently requesting the government. So we don't know when it is going to happen. We are facing lot of difficulty in finding skilled laborers. Unskilled we are getting as much as one we are getting. Only the skilled laborers the shortage is there. So we have to recruit from other states.
The name of the company Jutex. We also have another parallel this thing called Laminex. These two, both the companies are into manufacturing polypropylene woven bags, which are used for packing of various commodities like fertilizer, cement, sugar, food grains, etc.
For how many years your industry is there in Sacoale IDC?
Sacoale IDC, in fact, we are one of the very, very old people when the industry just started, industrial estate started. In fact, this allotment was given to us in the year 1974, and actual production started in 1979. So we are already about 45 years old here. Initially when we started, it was jute bag. That time these polypropylene bags were not there in the country. So for packing everywhere, the jute bags used to be used. We started as an ancillary to this Zuari Agrochemicals, who manufactures the Jai Kisan brand fertilizers. And that is how we started. And the initial this thing was of jute bags. So jute bags down the line somewhere in 2000s vanished. So when we realized that somewhere in 80s, late 80s, we shifted to this product called polypropylene woven bags, which just entered India at that time. Yeah. The growth, we have been growing steadily. It's not that we have not grown, but I think location being in Goa, it is a little difficult to grow to the size of the national level, because if there's a market in Goa, it is well and good. Otherwise, the location itself creates a problem because a product takes, the transportation costs involved to send to larger states and all. It doesn't make it really viable to be in Goa and supply throughout India. That is what, especially our product, which has got weight criteria on that.
What are the problems your industry faces?
My industry faces problems like all industries in the industrial estate. Nothing new. Usually is the power outages and no information when they are going to shut down. The problem with my industry as particular is we are a continuous product industry. Means the production is continuous. So moment the power goes on, my whole production stops. And to restart that production again, I have to lose material and time, and stabilize the production. It takes some more time. So it's only loss to us. And sometimes we get power breakages like could be even 10 times a day without any information suddenly. And sometimes it is just for a few seconds. But then everything is lost because our production only stops immediately because it's a continuous process. Actually, it should go on. So they should actually tell us whenever they are going to shut the plant. That sort of a following is not here. So in this industrial estate, we are facing. I'm sure all the industries also must be facing the same problem. I'm sure the power with Tamna line comes, power will availability will be good, but here the major issue is nothing to do with power supply. It is the distribution which is very poor. See, the old lines which are there, we are still carrying those wires which are going through trees and this, and even during monsoon and all, a little bit of some palm tree, some leaf falls down, the entire thing gets disturbed and the power is cut off. In fact, now I think something good is happening. In the Sacoale Industrial Estate, they have already laid the entire underground cabling has been done. Yes. But, and we are hoping with that, definitely there should be quite a reduction in this, especially during monsoons, which we face in this industrial estate.
What are the other problems? Is there any
problems are again water related. If you see water, they don't have any control of water. Sometimes Saturday suddenly we find there is no water coming in. They say, what can we do? But PWD is not sent. Such way. And this last 45 years I have been listening to only this. No changes have happened in this. Even now, if we say, especially now with summer coming on, this will be a major problem. We are forced to buy from tankers here and there, rush water everywhere because water has been a problem throughout in this industrial estate. Despite this being one of the oldest industrial estate in the state of Goa. Another big problem we are facing in especially the industries which are lying here is the number of bars which have come all around. This industrial estate is surrounded by too many bars, which is leading to a lot of problems because when we work in shifts, we find very often most of the people who go out for dinner comes back drunk during the. It's very common, and we just can't do anything about it because it is not even 10 meters. You will see, you just walk down, you will see the entire line is of there are 10 bars around here. So that is another peculiar problem of this industrial estate.
There are street lights here.
Street lights are there, but again not maintained well because there is again a confusion who should maintain. If you talk to department, electricity department says it is IDC's responsibility. IDC says we are supposed to provide the thing, but the responsibility also in this game we are the losers at the end. You should make a visit in the evening to see yourself how the lights are there.
Any other problems, sir? Garbage, anything?
No, garbage and our association is that we are quite active under Mr. Shashi and all that, and they are doing a good job. Like we have now, I think they have developed some contractors who can come and pick up this. But yes, the local bodies are doing nothing except collecting the house tax. No services are offered to the industry in this industrial estate by any panchayat or anything. Nothing, zero.
Any labor issue?
Labor issue has not there. I think that phase we have passed through. We did go through in the 80s and all when the labor unions and all were very active. We have gone through all that part. But right now it is survival of the fittest. Even the workers know if the industry can't run, it's going to close. No more those days of pampering is going on. See, regarding the facility to control fire in this industry, I'm telling you, this industrial estate is one of the only industrial estate, or maybe just one out of all the industry, where entire GIDC had made provisions for entire pipelines all around the industrial estate for connecting to water pipeline for absolutely for controlling fire. But somehow it has just remained on paper, and we can see all the pipes. If you move around, you will see there, but there is neither connected to any water reservoir or something, and it's very difficult. And the structure of the industrial estate, see, these industries were created earlier where ready-made sheds were given to everybody. So the positioning of the sheds, if you see, within there's hardly any gap between two sheds, which is 2 meters, or some maybe 5 meters, 10 meters gaps. But by any rules of today fire safety, you require enough area for fire brigades to move in. That sort of a thing is not available here. And individual companies are finding it very difficult because a lot of financial implications are there. If you have to put a special tank for that, which is nearly 50,000 liters of tank you have to put in. Then there's a pump involved, which is the entire cost comes to the range of something like 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs for each unit. So I think our GSI has already been following up with government of Goa, to make some arrangement, because in Maharashtra, this all small industries are exempted from this particular. But GIDC should provide a pipeline connected to some water reservoir, so that individuals we can spend on getting that connection from my gate to my factory would be our responsibility. Here the pipeline was laid, but nothing has happened. So that could be the fastest solution, and somebody has to make sure that the water is going to be available, because we are finding that water availability in the industrial estates is very poor, especially in Sacoale Industrial Estate. So when there is no water, even if you put the entire system and there is no water, there also doesn't help. Fortunately, because of Zuari Agro and all, they have a lot of fire tenders, so availability of the fire tenders and all are good in this industrial estate, and it can rush also from Verna.
Yeah, my name is Parish Kenkre, and our company name is Electro Controls. It was started by my father and his partner in 1988, and we are into the field of electrical panel manufacturing and industrial automation. We are channel partner for companies like Siemens, Schneider Electric, Phoenix Contact, and Omron Automation for Goa region. And we have our own panel building and our own brand for panel manufacturing.
What are the problems does your industry face in this industrial estate?
Some of the problems, that one is the roads, drainage is another issue that we are facing. So we don't have a proper drainage, so there's a lot of water logging that happens during monsoon season. And local transport is difficult. During working hours it's okay, but late hours and all, so because of that it becomes difficult to get people to work for extended hours as and when required. So these are some major issues.
Any power issues, problems do you face?
Power issues are there, but it's not something abnormal, in the sense, okay, normal power outages are there, but nothing which is going to disrupt our business. Also, our industry is not much power extensive, so it's more of a skilled labor job, wherein we do wiring and all those things. So we do require power for some power tools, but for small power outages it is okay. If it is extended outages, then there is a problem.
You mentioned about the skilled laborers. We visit many industries, so they complain that there is a shortage of skilled laborers. Do you face the same?
Yes, we find shortages, or we are not getting labor, not only skilled, even unskilled, especially local people getting is very difficult. So yes, that is definitely a problem. Whether it is in engineering or other departments, we do have problems with skilled laborers. We don't get people.
Your industry works in shift wise or general shift?
No, general shift.
Any issue about the garbage collection?
There is no provision of garbage collection here, so we need to plan our own disposal or garbage, or hire somebody to take the garbage. So presently what we are doing is we have hired somebody who comes, once we call him, he comes and picks up the garbage. We are having a major problem with the road connectivity. Approaching the industrial estate is a very big problem, especially our product is a very bulky product, so we do require bigger not container size, but definitely bigger size trucks and all. So moving in and out is a big problem inside for the industrial estate. Number one. Number two, the industrial estate is surrounded by lot of population on either side. So whenever there are functions or some religious activities and all, then it becomes even more difficult to approach the industrial estate, especially for any incoming or outgoing vehicles. Even for people also it becomes difficult. Maybe not regularly, but during such conditions, if there is any emergency, then we are completely cut off from any emergency services because of some public activities going on around. So, and there is no fire station nearby by which when emergency services can reach. Though fortunately no major incidences have happened in our industrial estate so far, at least to the best of my knowledge. Whenever it has happened, the fire station comes from Verna or from Vasco, or maybe Zuaris is available.
Totally working industries are 155. Total number of units in Sacoale Industrial Estate is 176. So 155 are working in good thing now for so far.
What are the problems that in your IDC faces?
These industries which are closed, actually mainly it was because of the, most of the industries were depending on the shipping and the barge industries. And when the mining was closed and when the barge industry all closed down, then all those industries connected with that, not by natural, it got closed. Otherwise, other industries are continuing working. There is no problem with that.
Any new industry which has come up in 5 years?
No, nothing in the last few years, not the 5 years, nothing new has come. All the old industries have either they have diversified, but other than that, no new industries come. Some of the industries they sold, like and has been taken over by Goa shipyard, and they have some of them they are using it as their own logistics, because they have to keep a lot of heavy machineries in the very safe custody. So they have taken over those industries and been taken over by the Goa shipyard. Other than that, no new industries have come so far.
What are the major problems your industry in the IDC faces?
If you really ask me, there are a lot of problems. First of all, the roads. Roads are in a very bad shape, because now the latest development, because the roads are bad only because of both the sides have been dug up for the underground cabling and gas pipeline. So because of that, the roads have been dug up, and the only thing is that we have discussed this with IDC, and they confirmed and they agreed that the road will be done up only after monsoon, because this wherever they dug up, all the mud has been just getting accumulated there. So once the rain comes, that will settle down, and they say they will do only after that. Otherwise, if they do it now, immediately after the rain comes, the road will again go in for a very, very bad shape. So that is the reason they have agreed. They confirmed. We had a discussion with the MD of IDC. He confirmed that the job will be done after the rain is over. Another problem what we are facing is that a lot of illegal encroachments into the industrial estate. Lot means lot. And we cannot take them off also, because it's already occupied. Even adjacent to our factory also, if you really see that lots of firewood has been accumulated by the illegal occupants of this area. So whenever we tell them to clear it up, they don't listen to that. They don't do that. Immediately after that, there was a system called as a meeting called as IDC Connect with all the industries of industrial estate with the IDC MD and all. In that, we brought MD and showed the place. And in front of us only, he called the police, and police came and gave them a warning to the people who have stacked all this firewood to clear it. They said yes, by November, December we will clear it. But nothing happened. More and more wooden logs have been dumped there. It's risky because fire. First of all, fire. We don't have a fire engine also here in our industrial estate. We don't have a IDC office also in the big one. No? The original building has been already been demolished, and they are operating from a very small place. So we don't have any fire engine available in our industrial estate. So we are worried about this. Even last week also when I met MD, I mentioned this matter to him. He said he will take up the matter with the police. The another problem what really facing is the biggest problem what we are facing with our industry is facing, industrial estate is facing, is that connectivity to the highway. We don't have a direct connectivity to the highway. That is the biggest problem. We had been in touch with Zuari Agrochemicals last almost 10 years because we have been directed by the then Chief Minister, Mr. Manohar Parrikar. He said, you approach Zuari Industries to give us a way to the highway. And whenever we met them, they said, yes, we will put up in the board meeting and we will see that it is done. But unfortunately, all this land have been sold to realtors. And now we don't have any connectivity. And such an industrial estate, when all the container vehicles and the tankers and all, they are coming, they have to come through very congested roads, Yes. So that is really putting us in a very bad situation. But we are trying that some way or other we could get some connectivity to the highway. We are waiting for some positive response from somebody that would happen. Otherwise, we are in a very difficult situation because of that. One positive thing from the IDC was that when all these that open areas have been occupied by our people come and dump the garbage there, MD himself mentioned that these open areas can be given to the adjacent industrialist and converted to a garden. That was a good idea given by him, so that nobody will come and dump the garbage. So we have already issued about 6 or 7 plots to the industrialist adjacent property, which had been confirmed as open area. We are given to them. They already put compound wall, and some of them already started growing trees and all there. So some of them are still in the preliminary stage of doing that. We hope that they also will take up that seriously. These are the major problems. Other than that, you are asking us about the electricity problem. As it is, we don't have much problem with the electricity. There is no much breakdowns. Other than some normal breakdowns, yes, we do agree that is there. But other than that, shutdowns are not there much.
You have dedicated power substation?
Yeah, adjacent to our industrial estate, there is a big power station, and the power is coming from there. And the total connected load of the HT connection is 5 megawatt, 5.3 megawatt to be very precise, and LT connection is 6.2 megawatt. So, because in our industrial estate, the maximum industries are small, very small. Only very few of them are which take the high HT connections. So the power connected LT is more, 6 megawatt, and the other one is slightly less, 5.3.
What about the labor? Are there any issues about finding the skilled labor?
Yes, skilled labor, there is an issue. Definitely we have an issue of skilled labor. But if you are asking about my industry, we are almost settled down. We have already completed 51 years. So employees are there. We have taken them very early stage, trained them to become a good technical people, and they continue working with us. So there is no problem as it is for us. But other industries, we know they are finding it difficult to have the technical skilled labor. Other unskilled labor, yes, available. There is no problem. But skilled labor is a problem for us, for the industries.
Any water issues?
Water issue also is not there because we have 2 tankers here, overhead tanks here. And the only problem what we face is that whenever there is a slight shortage of water or the pumping is restricted, then what they do is that they stop the water supply to the industrial estate. they give to the domestic supply. Mainly they give importance to domestic use. So whenever there is a shortage of water or there is some breakdown on the way and all, when the water comes to this area is less, then immediately they cut the water supply to our industry estate. And when we talk to them, they said that is a PWD takes a decision, we can't help it. Now this is a major problem what we are facing about this, the security, the safety of this thing. And one good thing, good you asked about that, just last week only MD of IDC told us that they have already finalized or placed order for constructing a police outpost just close to our industry. Because of this, the last meeting where the IDC connectors, we raised this alarm, matter of this security issues. It's a real problem. Another problem what we are facing is that the parking area. Parking area is open and they go on dumping, that people park the vehicles for days, months together because there is no charge for that. So they go on park it. If you are coming with the vehicle, they park it and go. Nobody is bothered, so the area also is restricted. So what happened? Actual genuine the vehicle owners, then they come inside to unload the material and they have to park it on the roadside. That is an issue. So now again for that also IDC has already tendered it just before elections. They have already tendered it for running it on contract basis. So it's not yet finalized.
आयज आमी आसले सांकवाळे IDC हांगासर आनी हांगासरले जे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट आसा तेंची मागणी आसा ती म्हणजे तेंची रोड कनेक्टिविटी जो तेंकां जाय तो हायवे मेरेन रोड कनेक्टिविटी हांगासर ना. तशेंच हांगासर इल्लिगल एन्क्रोचमेंट्स आमकां पळोवपाक मेळ्ळे. त्या लागून खुबशे अशे प्रॉब्लम्स तेंकां इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट आसा तेंकां फेस करचे पडटा. हांगासर स्ट्रीट लायट आसा बट ती सद्या काम करिना आनी थोडे कडेन आसा त्यो काम करता अशें तेंच्यांनी सांगलें. काही इंडस्ट्रियलिस्टांनी सजेशन दिले ते म्हणजे ज्यो काही इंडस्ट्रीज बंद पडल्या त्यो इधर गव्हर्मेंटान टेक ओवर करून म्हणजे GIDCन टेक ओवर करून त्यो परत चालू करच्यो किंवा कोणाक ज्यो इच्छूक इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट आसा तेंकां त्यो दिवच्यो. हांगासर काही इंडस्ट्रीज आसा जे एक्सपान्शन मोडान आसा तेंकां काही प्रॉब्लम्स आसा ते तेंच्यांनी आपले मेन्शन केले. परत एक फावट आनी एका ग्रावंड रिपोर्टान मेळ्या. तो पर्यंत पळयत रावात प्रुडंट.